On the Wednesday, the feature race is the Champion Chase, the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase. Another hot pot, but this time a horse, Altior, who as defending champion is yet to be seen this season. He makes his seasonal reappearance at Newbury on Saturday in the Game Spirit Chase that was. DJ, as a market leader, do you see him as much more vulnerable?
No, I don't think. I think he is more to beat than Bouvardere because I think Min is a good horse, but I think Altior is exceptional. He wasn't at his best in last year's race in Post Arkle, but he still won pretty convincingly in the end. He's a brilliant jumper. You know, he's got that speed after the last. He's very hard to see him being beaten. And I spoke to Nicky actually. He was over at an event in Goffs, an ITBA Expo, and I spoke to Nicky about Altior, and he seemed to suggest that he thinks he's every bit as good as he was. They're not one bit worried. And even if he didn't have a race going into Cheltenham, he doesn't seem worried. He's the best horse in the race. The fact that he hasn't ran in so long, that's why he's the price he is. It's boring, but I think he'll win.
Yeah, Keels. I mean, I think the thing about Altior that always impresses me is the way he goes from the final fence to the winning line. He finishes a race off incredibly strongly. Is that me or you?
Yeah, he does. I mean, there's so many people telling me this horse needs to go up further, 2.5 mile, 3 mile, because he does come off the bridle a little bit. But once he hits top gear, he really is fast. And, you know, it all depends on what happens Saturday. It sounds like he's almost certainly going to run. Nicky Henderson this morning was saying that he was sensational in schooling the other day and, you know, almost too fresh. He wanted to school him again. But if he comes out and wins, he beats two of the biggest British dangers in Politolog and Fox Norton if they go. And then he's only got Min to take care of. And now he took care of him by 7 lengths in the Supreme a couple of years ago. And yes, Min looked good the other day when beat some Simply Ned, but you know that's beating Simply Ned, isn't it? I mean, Simply Ned will get lapped in a champion chase. You want an each way bet? Then last year's winner, Specialty Hour, could hit the frame. Still around about 16-20 to 1, I think.
Douvan. DJ, what are the vibes about Douvan?
Well, the vibes are that we don't know yet because he hasn't gone into really quick work yet, and I think they're only it's really, really steady. It's just basically we'll just take it along slowly until we finally have to give him a quick piece of work. Look, it's just the way they talk about Douvan is really strange. Like, you think of all the good horses Willie has had, the Hurricane Flies. Like, he's had so many exceptional horses, Voucher, but they talk about Douvan in a completely different way than they've ever spoke about any horse. Like, I remember saying in a podcast on the Racing Post that I thought on heavy ground over 2 miles there's no horse that could ever beat Unda So, because he goes on good ground the same as he goes on heavy ground. He's just relentless. And I spoke to Patrick Mullins about it, and Patrick Mullins laughed at me, you know, because Douvan is just Douvan, like, and don't ever say anything bad about Douvan that he could ever possibly be beaten if he's right. He wasn't right in last year's Champion Chase. It is really, really strange how high of calibre they hold him, and he is a brilliant horse, but I doubt he'll make Cheltenham. I don't know. What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, I've no idea because obviously I don't know anything about what's going on in the Mullins camp. It's just an interesting thing though. Of all the horses Douvan has beaten, he's never actually won a race in which any one of his rivals was at the time rated higher than 159.